Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving into a topic that affects more men than you might think. How vascular health directly impacts your stamina and performance in the bedroom. Now here's something most men overlook. Sex is a physical activity, and not just a casual one. It's intense. Think about it. During the action, your heart rate goes up, your breathing accelerates, and your body demands more oxygen. Just like when you're running, climbing stairs, lifting weights, or playing a competitive sport, if your blood vessels are narrowed, blocked, or simply not functioning well, which is often the case with vascular disease, your body struggles to keep up with that sudden demand for blood flow and oxygen. It's like trying to sprint when your legs are tied together. That's when you start feeling the symptoms: heart palpitations, shortness of breath, loss of rhythm and control, and ultimately finishing far too soon. It becomes nearly impossible to maintain proper breathing, good positioning, or steady pace. Not because you're not trying hard enough, but because your cardiovascular system is under strain. Your engine is redlining, and it hasn't even warmed up yet. This is what happens when your body goes from 0 to 100 without the vascular support it needs. It's uncomfortable, frustrating, and can seriously affect your confidence. In this video, we're going to cover 5 key things you can do to manage these symptoms and support your vascular health on the spot, and ultimately last longer in bed. We'll break them down one by one in just a moment. All right, let's get into the first thing you need to do if you want to manage your vascular symptoms and last longer in bed. Take your pills. Now, I know this might sound basic, but let's be honest. A lot of men skip their medications, either occasionally or regularly. Life gets busy, you feel a little better, or maybe you just forget. But on the day when it really matters, when you need your body to show up and perform, skipping your medication is the last thing you want to do. Here's why. The medications prescribed for vascular conditions aren't just routine. They are literally helping your heart stay steady, your blood flow stay smooth, and your blood vessels stay relaxed. Some of them thin your blood so it flows more easily. Others lower your blood pressure and reduce the strain on your heart. If you have narrowed or blocked vessels, which is often the case with vascular disease, your heart has to work extra hard to push blood through. That alone can cause your heart rate to stay high, even at rest. And when you add physical activity, like sex, and on top of that, it pushes your cardiovascular system over the edge. Think of it like this. Your heart is already jogging when you're sitting still. Now imagine asking it to sprint. That's what happens during intercourse. It spikes your heart rate even more, leading to palpitations, poor rhythm, and quick exhaustion. This isn't just about lasting longer. This is life-saving advice. Taking your pills, especially on the day of action, helps bring you closer to the level of a man with a healthy cardiovascular system. It evens the playing field. It gives your body a fighting chance. And if you're already feeling symptoms like shortness of breath, a racing heart, or sudden fatigue during sex, and you haven't seen a doctor yet, please don't ignore it. Get checked. A proper diagnosis and the right prescriptions can change everything. But in some cases, it's just because you don't get enough exercise, and when you didn't move much all day and suddenly engage in the act, it's like engaging in a sport without training or warm-ups. So remember, don't skip your meds, not just for better performance, but for your health, your confidence, and your safety. All right, let's talk about the second thing you need to do if you're dealing with vascular issues and want to last longer in bed. Assume a comfortable position. Now, this might sound simple, but it can make a huge difference in how long you last and how much you enjoy the experience. Here's the truth. Some positions work you up way too fast. They require a lot of movement, effort, or strength just to stay in them, let alone perform. You end up overexerting yourself, your heart rate spikes, your breathing becomes erratic, and the whole experience ends quicker than you planned. There are positions that feel more relaxing, like side-by-side, woman on top, or seated positions. And yes, these are gentler because the man plays a more passive role. But let's be honest, this channel is all about helping you take charge, not sitting back and letting your partner do all the work. And here's where many men make a mistake. They try to take control from a passive position. For example, during woman on top or seated positions, if you try to thrust upward to match her pace, it can put unexpected strain on your heart and push your body beyond what it's ready for, especially if your blood flow is already compromised. Instead, we recommend you stick to simple, grounded positions that allow you to stay in control, like missionary, kneeling, or standing. These are classic for a reason. They give you the ability to regulate your thrusting, your speed, your depth, your rhythm, and most importantly, your breathing. Avoid positions that require too much upper body strength or put unnecessary pressure on your arms, like squatting, lotus, or any pose where you're holding your body up with your hands for a long time. Why? Because your arms have many large blood vessels close to your heart, and when you tense them up for too long, it makes your heart work even harder. Also, leave the stunts for the movies. Trying to lift your partner while performing might look impressive, but it can be dangerous and draining if your cardiovascular system isn't up to the task. Discipline is key. Stick to simple, stable positions. Focus on rhythm, breathing, and connection. When you do that, you'll notice something powerful. Not only will you enjoy the experience more and satisfy your partner, but you'll also have completed a light, refreshing workout without feeling like you ran a marathon. It's about being smart, not showy. And if you keep these tips in mind, you won't just last longer. You'll perform better, feel stronger, and stay safer. Now let's get into the third key thing to help you manage your vascular symptoms and last longer in bed. Spend time on the position that works for you. Changing positions during sex can be exciting, and it's also helpful for your partner. Most sexual positions, especially for women, aren't exactly natural or everyday poses. If she stays in one spot too long, especially if it's a position that puts strain on her hips, knees, or back, she could start to feel muscle cramps or joint discomfort. So yes, changing positions is important to help both of you stay relaxed and engaged. But here's the thing. Don't be too quick to switch things up just for the sake of variety, especially if you found a position that works well for you. Sometimes as men, we get impatient. Maybe we feel bored. Maybe we think she's not responding. Maybe we just want to try something new to keep it interesting. But when you have vascular issues, jumping around too much can exhaust your body and throw off your rhythm. So when you find a position that helps you control your breathing, your movement, and your heart rate, stay there. Make a plan to spend a few minutes in that position. Own it. Settle into it. Master it, and don't rush it. Now, it's equally important to consider your partner's comfort in that position. If she seems uncomfortable or needs a moment to adjust, pause. Be patient. Let her reposition herself. That moment of care creates deeper connection. And if you find yourself in a position that just feels awkward, uncomfortable, or physically straining, don't let your ego make you stay there. It's not a test of toughness. Switch back to your go-to position, the one you know you perform best in. There's no shame in that. In fact, that's wisdom, because variety is nice, but control is better. It's far more satisfying to be excellent at a few things than clumsy at many. So, be intentional. Spend time in positions that support your stamina and allow you to stay connected with your partner, mentally and physically. That's how you take charge of the moment. So let's take a breath and recap. We've covered 3 powerful, practical steps that can make a real difference for men dealing with vascular issues in the bedroom. Taking your medication consistently, choosing comfortable positions that don't overload your cardiovascular system, and spending more time in positions that work best for your stamina and rhythm. These aren't just surface-level tips. They're strategic tools to help you perform with more confidence, safety, and control, even if you've been struggling with fatigue, shortness of breath, or finishing too fast. But we're only halfway through. In the second part of this video, we're going deeper. We'll talk about breath control and pace, how to avoid going too fast too soon, and what warm-ups can actually prepare your body for performance. You don't want to miss this. So if this video has been helpful, do me a favor, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and click the link in the description to watch part 2 right now. Your performance, your health, and your confidence are worth it. See you in the next video.